Good evening and thank you for joining us on your Saturday night. I'm Tim Pham. The second day of March certainly came in like a lion as temperatures hovered in the single digits this morning. Michelle Boss is in the Weather Center to help us determine just how cold it will get. And Michelle, you were telling me the inland Northwest is seeing some of the coldest March temperatures on record.
That's right. Yesterday we broke a record low and we dropped down to 1 below zero. Fortunately, we stayed in the positive single digits this morning, and I don't think we're going to be breaking any records the next couple days. Record tomorrow is 10 below. The record Monday is 7 below. So thankfully, we're not going to be coming close to that. We did get to enjoy some sunshine this afternoon, as you're seeing on satellite and radar. Mostly clear skies in the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Deer Park, and Sandpoint area, but unfortunately, they had a lot more cloud cover across the Columbia Basin, up towards Omak, and then down towards the Tri-Cities. We do have a little bit of a northeasterly breeze out there and expecting it to pick up overnight tomorrow morning. So wind chill advisories in effect for those areas shaded in light blue. We can expect wind chill readings between 10 and 20 below zero tomorrow morning from Spokane out towards Moses Lake and down towards the Palouse, and then across northwest Montana we could see wind chills as cold as 25 below zero. Folks keep asking, when is it going to get warmer? It's going to take a couple of weeks before we see any warmer temperatures. We're currently sitting at 20 right now in Spokane, in the teens in Deer Park, Sandpoint, in Coeur d'Alene, but it feels like single digits right now, and of course it's only going to get colder this evening. Wind chills are forecast to be minus 10 to minus 20 by tomorrow morning and feeling like single digits tomorrow afternoon. Actual air temperatures will drop down to around 2 overnight with a high of 21 and mostly sunny skies.
Michelle, thanks so much.
Pencil it, Jake.
Take a look at this incredible video. The bedroom of a local home is filled with flames and smoke, but these firefighters weren't responding to an emergency. Instead, they were using this home for an all-day training session. KREM 2's Shayna Waltower brings us more on how they're using all of this to help keep you safe.
Yeah, it's not too often you see a home burning that's been set on fire by firefighters, but that's exactly what they're doing today. It's freezing cold out here now, but never too early to start preparing for wildfire season. Today, new recruits with the Spokane County Fire District 10 went through some extensive training.
So we're mostly training on fire behavior, on how a fire behaves in an actual real house.
The department started with this old home. It was donated to the department just for them to use for this training.
This is the acquired structure, so as you can tell, everything has been stripped out of the building, and this is typically what we are doing as a burn room. As you can see, we reinforced the floors, the walls, and part of the ceiling to handle the fire. And this is what we're using. This is what we will be burning.
They placed these structures in rooms throughout the house.
We'll light it on fire.
And then came the flames.
There we go. Pencil it, Jake.
It's a unique opportunity for us to test our skills.
While these firefighters are building up their skills, they say they also want to help keep your home from looking like this.
Everybody's got their heating devices on. Just be careful with them. Check them, especially your electrical devices. Make sure that there's no frayed cords. If you have fires in your fireplaces, have your chimneys clean. Make sure you have good clear space around all of your heating devices.
Don't want to switch to the nozzle.
This training lasted for most of the day. This home will be burned down completely and is set to be replaced with a new building. In Spokane, Shayna Waltower, KREM 2 News.
The Spokane County Fair and Expo held the 41st Home and Yard Show today. It kicked off yesterday and continues through tomorrow. It features hundreds of displays and demonstrations offering the latest in home and yard products. It gives you the feeling of stepping into spring as you can walk through the door from the below zero temperatures outside. Tomorrow is the last day. It begins at 10 in the morning and finishes at 5 in the afternoon. Entry is $8 for adults, and kids get in for under 12 get in for free. Okay, for this next segment, we want to hear from you. Go to krem.com/vote or open up the Vote Now tab in the KREM 2 app and let us know if the 2020 election were tomorrow, who would have your vote? Washington Governor Jay Inslee recently joined the ranks of Democrats vying for the party's nomination for the 2020 presidential election. That makes 13 people who have launched campaigns or exploratory committees thus far. On the other side of the aisle, President Trump rallied his base around the 2020 race at CPAC last night. CBS's Kenneth Craig has the details.
The next presidential election is a little less than 2 years away, but President Trump was in full campaign mode during his speech at the CPAC convention.
We're going to do it, I think, again in 2020, and the numbers are going to be even bigger.
CPAC hosts supporters and activists in the Republican Party, and the president pleased the crowd with his criticism of what he calls the liberals' embrace of the Green New Deal.
This is the new Democrat platform and I don't want to talk them out of it. I want them to embrace this plan. I want them to go and sell this plan. I just want to be the Republican that runs against them. Could that be?
He also took aim at Democratic opponents like Senator Elizabeth Warren.
I should have saved the Pocahontas thing for another year, because I've destroyed her political career and now I won't get a chance to run against her, and I would have loved it.
We're not going to concede one state to Donald Trump.
Democrat Bernie Sanders had his own criticism for the president at the first rally of his 2020 election effort. He addressed the crowd in the Brooklyn neighborhood where he grew up.
My experience as a child living in a family that struggled economically powerfully influenced my life and my values.
Sanders is one of 11 people already running for the Democratic nomination, with more still considering whether to join the race. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
Well, lots of basketball going on around the state today. We'll have all the highlights from high school action in just a bit. But first, Brenna Green joins us to talk about what happened today at the kennel. Brenna.
We're kicking things off with the Gonzaga women looking to win the WCC regular season champion outright today. Gonzaga already won a share of the title on Thursday against Pepperdine, but a win today would give them an outright title and thus the #1 seed in the WCC tournament. It was senior day as well. We can pull those highlights up. It was senior day as well. Gonzaga struggled in the first half. Chandler Smith and a few of the ladies were really having a rough time during this game. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get these highlights up, so we'll figure it out. We'll get it back. We'll have this in sports later tonight. The Gonzaga men also have a huge game down at St. Mary's tonight at 7 o'clock. If the Gonzaga men win, they are going to go 18-0 in conference play. We'll send it back to you, Tim.